Many Chinese international students living abroad experience emotional fatigue, self-isolation, and low motivation without meeting clinical criteria for depression. They rarely seek help, they scroll, they avoid, they shut down emotionally, especially at night. This project responds to DDES9016 to promote mental health and well-being through protective, preventive, and culturally sensitive design. My research identified a recurring behavioral pattern, the depression loop. In this cycle, users feel guilty for doing nothing, avoid responsibilities, and fall deeper into emotional entertail. This self-reinforcing loop is subtle but powerful, especially for students who lack emotional vocabulary or cultural support for seeking help. Depression isn't always dramatic, often it's silent. Many Chinese international students fall into a loop. I didn't do anything today. This thought led to guilt, paralysis, and emotional fatigue. The more they blame themselves, the harder it becomes to act again. But what if the loop could be interrupted, not with talks or goals, but gentle, symbolic actions, like writing down one undone thing, hearing a canned, judgment-free sentence, or simply allowing oneself to rest? This idea becomes the foundation of my conceptual framework. I designed 3 prototypes across interaction, product, and service design that each aim to break the depression loop at different entry points. Together, they form an integrated ecosystem of soft, no-performative support, rooted in DDES9016 mental health and well-being to interrupt the depression loop. Explore 3 low-pressure design interventions. Each prototype aims to test how emotional expression, user feedback, or social presence might help, not through performance, but through emotional safety. Prototype 1 is a reserve check-in app. Users are invited to write down what they didn't do that day, without judgment. It built emotional release, not productivity. This design was inspired by Notes, a text-based mental health app that sends daily nudges. But unlike Notes, which pushes promote at random time, my version gives users full control, allowing silent agency instead of unsolicited activation. User testing showed it offered comfort and helped externalize guilt. However, it lacked initiation. Many users wouldn't open it on their own. To introduce a passive entry point, Prototype 2 uses a voice and light speaker that softly asks users to speak an unsigned zone at 10:30 p.m. Inspired by Zone 4, which combines wearable with data-driven feedback, I aim to translate emotional support into the nighttime environment. But the prototype failed. The user felt surveilled and removed the devices. It realized that even ambient voice can feel invasive if uninvited. Unlike Zone 4's matrix, I aim to design without feedback loops. Using the double diamond model, I reformed the core challenge, not as interaction, but as emotional interior and social isolation. This opened up a new opportunity for service-based intervention. Prototype 3 was born from this synthesis, not the direct improvement of first 2, but a conceptual leap toward ambient, collective support. EchoBand is quite a social system designed for students who struggle to ask for help. Inspired by friendship bench model of low-cost community support, it reimagined connection without conversation. When 2 users where EchoBands come near each other, their band vibrates gentle, signaling silent presence instead of dialogue. It turned proximity into emotion support, no speech, no tracking, just a shared moment of response. In DDES9016, I will expand EchoBand into a service ecosystem, one that supports not just the mandatory interaction, but gentle emotional rhythm over time. The next step includes building a resonance memory system that recognizes repeat proximity and softly suggests forming anonymous microcycle of support.